What's good, YouTube, man? It's your boy Gary Simon, Mr. Gotta get paid, Mr. Take it to the grave, boy. Hey, man, we got the college football rankings out, man. We finna find out who is in what position. Actually, you can see it right there. The people in these positions, you feel me? A lot of people are sleeping on Ohio State this year. You know what I mean? And when we face Oregon, y'all gonna figure out, y'all gonna find out what's up, because I don't know. I'm starting to look at Ohio State looking like, you know, because Ohio State always been consistent every year. It's like, it's not like they not consistent, you know. Ohio State never had a year where they were just garbage. You feel me? So a whole lot of people are sleeping on us right now because we don't win the bowl, and but we always make it though. I hope y'all know that. So I don't know, like, we almost might make it. You feel me? It's like we're in these rankings every year, man. You know. So is Alabama. But Alabama, I don't know, they wishy-washy with me, man. It's like they lose the teams and then they come back and be like, oh man, we learned, man. Yeah, it's time for us to do this, man. This is why you feel me, I can't really speak too much on Alabama, even though that's like, I know they, you know what I'm saying, should be like that, but I don't know what's going on over there right now, man. So all I can speak on is my team, Ohio State, man. You got motherfucking Texas #1, bro. I don't think that should be a thing, because it's like they haven't played nobody yet. They haven't played nobody, so I don't know why they #1. We actually played ranked teams, you know what I'm saying? Last team we faced was Iowa. They had good defense, you know what I mean? Probably top 10 defense in college for sure. One of the top 10s. Shit, probably #4, honestly. Texans, I don't think they should be fucking I don't think they should be #1. Oregon #3. I don't think they should be they definitely shouldn't be #3. They fucking garbage. I don't know who the hell told them, like, hey, y'all #3, but Penn State #6. I think they do this because in the Big Ten, they #2 in power ranks in the Big Ten, and we #1, and then Iowa's #3. I mean, not Iowa, but Penn State is #3, I believe. So they got these teams that's like undefeated. They know what they doing with these rankings, bro. But without further ado, man, let's get to the video, man. They know what they doing with these videos.
This past week, it certainly makes things interesting in the power rankings. Certainly at the top are Brandon Marcello with his list on Monday. He mirrors the AP poll with Texas sitting atop the table ahead of Ohio State and Oregon. He ain't giving that love to Penn State, though. He has them switched with Miami over the AP voters. Georgia sitting 5th in both. So let's welcome in the author, college football analyst Brandon Marcello, and Danny Kanell to discuss Week 6. Gentlemen, absolute chaos in the top 11 of the sport. Danny, are you looking at this as an anomaly, or are we truly seeing parity begin to finally emerge in college football?
I think we're seeing parity emerge, and I know it's always been here. Like, we've had wild, wacky weekends on weekends that were supposed to be sleepy before, right? But it does feel different. And maybe I'm a prisoner of the moment, but I do think there's a few different reasons why the playing field has been leveled, so to speak, where you see the likelihood of Vanderbilt going toe-to-toe with Bama, and there was nothing fluky about it. It looks like Vanderbilt had some talent that was pretty on par with what Alabama was doing. So then you ask, all right, well, how is this happening, or why is this different? And I do think that the transfer portal and NIL have really spread out some of the talent. And it's not like Alabama, Ohio State, Georgia still won't have the best talent, but I do think it's prevented them from amassing all of the talent, which maybe they had that edge for the last 25, 50 years. And the portal has really made it so that it's hard to develop teams. And you're seeing so much turnover on roster, like you see at Alabama, where maybe you see a coached team that's had more continuity and more experienced players get the best of a team that might have a lot of transfer portal players. I think there's some really interesting dynamics at play. I think it's great for college football fans, but I do think parity is here to stay.
I'll echo that, but I'll add something to this. This is one of the seasons with the lowest winning percentage for a group of 5 schools against power conference schools. I agree that the playing field is leveled out, but it's leveled out among the power conferences. More talent is in these bigger conferences than ever, but it's more spread out than ever in those big conferences, which is why you're seeing a Vanderbilt beat in Alabama. Vanderbilt's not necessarily beating Alabama with power conference transfers. They're beating them with guys that were the best players at New Mexico State a year ago, for example. And meanwhile, at Arkansas, they're beating a Tennessee team that was top 4 with a new quarterback who came from Boise State. So you're seeing, obviously, these power conferences are stronger, but also they're stronger across the board because they're taking the best talent from these group of 5 schools and putting them on the field, and it's elevating them even further among the power conference teams.
Well, and you see how it lays out for the...
Some of y'all Alabama fans be saying, that Vanderbilt versus Alabama game was luck. I don't think that shit was luck, bro. You know what I mean? I don't think that shit was luck. I think they just wanted it more. I think they played harder. You feel me? They wanted that shit. You feel me? I feel like on paper, Alabama had the better team, and they should have won. They should have did them dirty, ridiculous, like they always do. But I don't know, something about that game. Vanderbilt was not. They wanted that shit, bro.
College football playoff based on the current rankings right now. It's something that
they took the fucking field goal post and put it. They tore the whole fucking city down. They thought they won the Super Bowl beating Alabama, boy. That's how bad they wanted that shit.
It's going to possibly shift week to week if we keep seeing this kind of parity rear its head. Arkansas head coach Sam Pittman, one of the coaches who was quite vocal after his team's win over Tennessee, saying, hey, it's time to put some respect on our name. And we all saw that Nick Saban quote after Vandy upset the Tide. Both teams cracked the top 25 in the power rankings, Brandon. Vandy already, though, 2 touchdown dogs to Kentucky next week. So this is a 1-week sign of respect, right?
Yes. Also, I'm rewarding teams for getting it done on the field. Also, we've seen these flashes of brilliance from both Vanderbilt and Arkansas earlier this season. Vanderbilt should have beaten Mizzou. A loss is a loss. I'm not discounting that or saying I'm changing history. But we've seen Vanderbilt building up to this moment. And Vanderbilt and Arkansas are not the same teams that they were in week 1 or week 2. Arkansas, if you want to go through the hypotheticals in a parallel universe, could have actually been undefeated at this point in the season. They have been turning the ball over substantially.
I hate when niggas say that shit. Like, we really supposed to be 5-0, bro. We really supposed to be 5-0. We're supposed to be undefeated for real. If we didn't do this, if we didn't do that, if we didn't do this, if we didn't do... Like, nigga, you did it, though. It's your fault. So you're not supposed to be 5-0. Because you did this, you did that. Yeah, we can all play the what-if game. You know what I'm saying? Alabama could have won if the fucking, if the offense was better. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all this if, bro. Like, shut that shit the fuck up, bro. Like, y'all niggas are 3-2. In Arkansas, you niggas are 4-2. Y'all supposed to be that rank. Or y'all supposed to have that fucking, at least y'all positive, you feel me? But y'all supposed to have that fucking win and loss no matter what. No matter what the fuck you think, you should be this, you should be that. Like, nigga, you think somebody like cheating you or something, like, nigga, it's your fault. You the one that's playing the game. Y'all playing the game, nigga. Y'all destiny is up to y'all. The fuck? I hate when nigga. I feel like fans only speak like that. Like, spectators that never played that, like, niggas be fanning.
They ranked 109th with 9 turnovers going into that Tennessee game. They had Oklahoma State on the ropes, then turned the ball over, ended up losing in overtime. And they also had Texas A&M on the ropes, leading them late in the 4th quarter, but then made some big mistakes and big penalties. This Arkansas team is better than it was a week ago, and it's certainly better than it was 3 weeks ago. And they continue to outgain opponents offensively. Their defense has been phenomenal all season. The Razorbacks look like a top 25 team to me, but they got to continue to curb those mistakes. No turnovers against Tennessee, but also they struggled in the red zone a little bit. Couldn't convert 2 4th.
That's not going to happen. Who you think caused those turnovers, nigga? Tennessee. Who you think that's going to cause those turnovers? You think someone want to turn over the ball because they want to, nigga? No, it's because that defense really like that. That defense is there. He can't stop what's going to come to him. You understand? Can't stop it. You can't stop the rain. You can't stop the rain. When it rains, it pours. When it rains, it pours. You can't stop the rain.
Downs. This is a team that could have beaten Tennessee by double digits if they were able to convert some of those plays in the red zone.
Y'all might as well enjoy y'all week of celebrity.
Alabama around. They dominated them in the trenches at times, and obviously that translated on the scoreboard, but also in time of possession, which was incredible. But again, these teams should be rewarded this week. They should be in the top 25 in my eyes. We'll see how they move forward, but they've improved week to week, and they deserve that recognition.
Man, nobody give a fuck
Brandon,
about 25 and 24, nigga.
I feel like it's a little
12, 11,
difference
10,
to
9,
the
8,
SEC
7,
dominance
6, 5,
in
4,
college
3,
football.
2,
A team
1.
like SMU, you've got right behind them who only has one loss, and it was to a top 15 in BYU. I'm real curious to see how these teams do respond. You mentioned Vanderbilt, a 2-touchdown underdog to Kentucky. They also did lose to Georgia State. I think that has to matter, and I do think they're getting better, and you have to wonder what that type of win does for their confidence and belief in Diego Pavia and a lot of the players on that team that contributed. And Arkansas, I did want to highlight Arkansas because I do wonder if Arkansas, if that was the type of win.
I'm going to read a verse of the day to y'all real quick to the Bible, man. So we got Romans 8:11. It says, but if the spirit of him that raised up Jesus from the dead dwell in you, he that raised up Christ from the dead also quicken your mortal bodies by his spirit that dwelleth in you. Let that one sit, man. Because I got to read that shit over, I ain't gonna lie.
And you mentioned they could have won every other game, and they did have a 21-point lead that they blew against Oklahoma State, but they've been much more competitive this year. I wonder if beating Tennessee, and I hope it does, secures Sam Pittman for another year, because of all the coaches in college football, he had the hottest seat coming into the season. It was him or Billy Napier. What was going to be the first coach to get fired? Napier finally gets a win against UCF, but getting a win against Tennessee when they're in the top 5, that to me should give Sam Pittman a little bit of a leash here that was very tight, that people were looking at potentially firing him. I hope it does, because I think Sam Pittman is the perfect fit for the Razorbacks. I hope that win was enough to get some of his critics off his back.
And now he gets a bye week to enjoy this win. All right, lastly, Ashton Jeanty continues to be must-watch viewing for Boise State. He, of course, leads the Heisman odds after another great weekend. He eclipsed 1,000 yards in Saturday's 62-30 rout of Utah State on his 90th carry of the season. The kid's averaging a first down every time he touches the ball. Danny, this is the #1 scoring offense in college football. Are they the best team for you amongst the G5 right now, or do they just want it the most?
So if the Holy Spirit,
they're the best right now, and I don't think that changes either. James Madison was in this conversation. They had a rough loss this past weekend. UNLV was in this conversation. They lost to Syracuse at home this past Friday night. So with all these other teams falling by the wayside, I think you have to look at Boise State as not only the favorite, but it's starting to feel like a lock when you look at their schedule in a Mountain West, conference, which is being pilfered by the Pac-12, or then whatever we're going to call that thing moving forward. It's not exactly a gauntlet of teams. Wyoming, who historically has been pretty tough, they're having a down year. UNLV, as I mentioned, just coming off a loss. I think they're the better team. So I think not only are you looking at Boise State as the team to represent the group of 5, looking in as the 12 seed, because I think too many people, myself included, say, group of 5, they're going to be that last seed. As a conference champion,
I think, me personally, I think Ohio State should be #1. I don't think they should be #2. You know what I'm saying? One thing about Ohio State, when they get #1, they're going to stay #1. All these other teams, they get #1, they off the next day, man. Ohio State, when we get #1, we stay #1. You understand? Because we're not losing during the regular season. I'm going to keep it a buck with you like that. We might lose like 1-2 games and shit like that, but other than that, man, rest of the games, we taking these dubs. Too easy, light work. You know what I'm saying? We should also go ahead and get Alabama out of spot number 8. Like, let's keep it a buck, bro. They're not number 8. Like, come on. You really think those niggas that's in front of Alabama better than them? Like, honestly, you really think who the fuck they have? Oregon is better than Alabama, bro. Penn State. Are you serious, bro? Come on. Hey, let's keep it a bean night. Come on now. I don't doubt that they should be top 12. I don't give a fuck. As long as they not in front of us, that's all I care about. But come on now. You feel me? Come on.
They have a potential to be a 7, 8, or 9 seed if they keep winning out. And their only loss is very close to Oregon. I think that's the story to watch out for. Is not only is Boise State represent the group of 5, but how high they could be ranked in those final 12 spots.
Sounds stupid as shit.
Keep Ashton Jeanty healthy. Put him in a glass bubble during practices if you have to. He is special.
I can't wait till Saturday, boy.
He's only had to play 16 quarters of football to eclipse 1,000 yards, much deserving of being the Heisman Trophy favorite right now. But, man, I would hate to see what this team would look like if he was just slowed a little bit or injured or they had to hold him out. But having said that, that schedule's conducive for them to make a run. Huge game here in 3 weeks against UNLV. That'll determine, to me, whether Boise State could be a team that's higher than that 12th spot in the playoff if they continue to win and win the Mountain West Conference this season. What an incredible run. What an incredible performance. Ashton Jeanty, man, that guy is the best player in college football, not named Travis Hunter, who's doing things that we've never seen before in the sport.
Yeah, you have to clarify that statement before we go. Danny Kanell, Brandon Marcello, talking about this week's college football power rankings, which you can view over on CBS.
Bro, I don't know. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below, bro. Should Ohio State be number 1 and should Alabama be number 8? I don't feel like Alabama should be number 8. I feel like they should be higher than that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they should be like top 5 for sure. Like that's disrespectful as fuck. I don't know what y'all got against Alabama, but that's mad disrespectful. Even though they lost to Vanderbilt, I don't feel like they should have went that far down. You feel me? And making Georgia, I don't know, bro. I don't know. But Ohio State number 2, man. Go Bucks. You know what I'm saying? Always you say IO. Hey, your boy Griffey Summers out, man. Peace.